Hi everyone, this is Dr. Monica Bruin, and this is my dog Duke, and actually that's my dog Herschel. Anyway, yesterday Duke decided that he was going to go into the brush, even though he's not allowed to go into the brush, are you, Duke? Right. Anyway, he ended up getting a small nymph tick attached to him, and the tick was attached and bit him and got gorged, and I decided to show everybody how to actually remove a tick properly and easily. Now, one of the things you don't want to do is you don't want to set the tick on fire with a match. You don't want to put an essential oil on the tick while it's on the dog. You basically don't want to do anything to make that tick angry, because that tick will regurgitate bacteria back into the animal or back into the person, and that's the whole point of trying to avoid that. It's the whole point is not to get sick from being bit by a deer tick. Now, there's no guarantee that after that thing bit you that some kind of bacteria wasn't transferred into the dog or into the person, but I'm going to show you an easy way, because a lot of my friends keep calling me and they keep using tweezers or tick tools, and they keep leaving parts of the tick in the dog or in the person, and they also end up squeezing part of the tick, which obviously is going to transfer the bacteria right into the person or the dog. So anyway, Duke is sleeping during this video, so I'm going to show you this now. Assuming I can get Duke to stay still, this is now an engorged nymph tick. And let's see if we can get Duke to stay still first. So basically I wet a Q-tip. I find, yeah, you can help me secure the dog. I find the tick, which is right here. I'm not happy. And you can clearly see the tick. I got the wet Q-tip, and instead of using tweezers, I'm going to use the wet Q-tip. And I'm going to go around the tick in a circular motion with the wet Q-tip over and over and over again until I screw up the tick's equilibrium, basically, and it releases on its own and just falls off the dog. It releases. So let's see how long it takes for the tick to actually release. So I'm not squeezing it, I'm not pressing too hard, I'm just going. The key is trying to keep the dog still. Just going around in a circle, making the tick dizzy, making myself dizzy, until it's released. And it is now released. So it is actually released.
Oh my God.
Yeah?
Oh my God, Monica.
And I got the whole thing intact. And here is the lovely nymph tick intact. You could see it. And it is going to get flushed down the toilet.
Wait.
Wait, I want it to jump, so. La. One of the things that you need to do after you remove the tick from the dog, which nobody talks about either, is like, okay, Monica, what's the aftercare? So the aftercare would be basically putting hydrogen peroxide or alcohol on the site that you removed the tick. Even though we got the whole body out, you know, there's no indication that there's any parts left in. I'm still putting hydrogen peroxide or alcohol. I usually use alcohol. And then after alcohol, depending on the size of the pet or the person, I will also use a very tiny bit of frankincense essential oil, a very good quality one. Now, I'd be careful about doing that with a very small pet. I do not use essential oils on very small pets at all. And I'm also very cautious about using them on children. Frankincense is generally a safe essential oil, but again, you have a very small dog, you need to discuss this with your vet before you try that one. The next thing that I normally will use is a homeopathic called Ledum. Ledum is a homeopathic that's basically used for any kind of stings. So whether it was from a tick or from a bee or from a mosquito, Ledum is a very good homeopathic to use. And it usually tells you the instructions on the homeopathic about how to use them. So I'll use Leadem for, like I said, probably about a day, possibly 2 days on Duke until I'm comfortable with the fact that he's okay. So another thing I'll use other than Leadem for little Duke here, for most animals, is actually an herbal tincture made from teasel. So I'll use a vegetable glycerin and teasel, and I'll make a tincture that will help fight Lyme disease and help restore this dog's immune system, who obviously just wants to lay here for the camera. Hey, Duke. Duke! Dukey! Look at the camera, Duke! Oh, there you are. Yeah. So anyway, Duke will be placed on a glycerite teasel for probably 3 weeks until I'm confident that he does not have Lyme disease, just as a preventative. But like I said, if he shows any symptoms, especially like high fever and extreme lethargy or pain, you need to get him to a vet as soon as possible, because this is not something to play around with. Try this new technique I just showed you, because it really helps remove the tick. You don't leave any pieces of the tick in the person or the animal. And honestly, it's pretty stress-free if you look at it. It does help if you have somebody to hold the animal or the person still. And most people that have had Lyme or chronic Lyme basically freak out like I do when you initially see a tick on an animal or a person. But this is a fast and easy way to get it off. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you on my site. See if you have any questions, and good luck, and I hope nobody gets sick. Bye.